Why do we play video games? Usually it's to escape, have a fun time, you pick up a game for an hour or two, you play it, you put it back, and hopefully you've had a good time. This is what I want out of a video game, just to have a fun time. And it's why Breath of the Wild is still my favorite video game that I've played after 5 years later, and how it still holds up. I got a Switch to play this game, and I had never played a Zelda game before. The weird elf boy in his green cloak, no thanks. I'll stick with the men and play Infinity 2.0. I had no interest in this game until I saw my uncle playing this game where he was this little elf guy looking like at the top of this ice mountain, trying to look at the sun and figuring out what it meant. He was trying to figure out this riddle at the top of this mountain. It was so interesting. He was fighting off bad guys, and I was entranced. I couldn't figure out what this was, and I found myself feeling the words slip out of my mouth as I said, "What game is this?" Well, it's Breath of the Wild. Huh?
What? But you can't do this to me.
I was hooked. I was so into this. I got a Switch, and I remember opening up the game for the first time. And every game needs a great hook to getting you interested, and this game is so great at making a first great impression. The game starts you out as Link, waking up from a big sleepy, and you walk out, boom. Whatever the light touches, you can explore. I related so much to Link because just like him, I had no idea where I was or any of the lore around me. When I came out of that cave, I also felt like him, where I felt like I was coming out of a coma of crappy games because, oh, look at this game, it's a masterpiece. It absolutely blew my mind that just jumping off the Great Plateau, the game says, yeah, just kill Ganon, like that's it. That leap off the Great Plateau encapsulates what the entire game is about, because it is about the freedom that you have been given. This game allows you to go anywhere and do any task that you want to do, and it feels interesting to you. The progression of this game is what you find and the things that you do. The longer you play, the more places you'll explore, and the more places you explore, the more things that are revealed to you. Just like Link, you are becoming the hero because you are learning more about this world and what is around you and what happened to it. It's not like a normal game where you level up by just getting enough XP. The way you level up is by doing shrines, which are puzzles scattered around the world, which makes exploring the world actually have a sense of reward. The game constantly rewards you for where you visit, because each place you visit feels like you gain more items, you get more skills and hearts, as you begin seeing and hearing about these legends of these divine beasts begging to be reclaimed. And these divine beasts that you see are genius. These are these monumental tasks waiting for you. And by putting them in the four corners of the maps, it gives you urgency to help these people that live right by them, because these creatures are causing havoc. And they ain't no joke. I mean, you gotta be prepared for these. Except for this one. And them being these big things you level up to finish, as they are puzzles slash boss battles that you do to weaken Ganon and to basically gain superpowers, and then saving the village they tower over. Oh, it makes them very rewarding. And they stand there as you go around the world, as you hear the legends of these and these great beasts. Oh my, it's just so immersive. And you travel this world seeing these massive monuments that have been perverted, with a group of people around telling you the legends of these machines piloted by each species champion. The game doesn't force the story on you, instead putting you in as Link. It allows you to have the knowledge and the world soak in as you go from place to place, not realizing how many bits of knowledge that you are subtly picking up. I started off completely lost, wondering, where do I go? Maybe this yellow beacon, until I was doing quests in villages, hearing about a labyrinth and pursuing it and finding this cool armor. Then later I'd go to this random horse stop, hear about a Legend of Skeletons that come at night, and then I'd go out and try to grab a picture. This is the perfect game at just picking up for an hour and being completely lost in the world, as you might take one mission and just get lost in it, as your sole purpose in life is to complete this task of getting these two people to date. I mean, the exploration in this game is so satisfying. I mean, it's just whoo! And the combat as well just feels so refined. Each weapon has a flow, and the way that Link moves with it is just so fun. I can't really describe it. Nothing beats that feeling of me originally fighting a Lionel and feeling only fear and inadequacy against this beast, until later I willingly went up to one, feeling that I had learned enough about how to parry and dodge that I could take down on one of these monstrous beasts. And no, it wasn't with a tech arrow. Everywhere you go in this game is the right place, because it's your story. The way your Link grows to be Ganon is completely different from anyone else's. No one's gonna do anything in the same order as you. You're gonna be completely different. You're gonna run across things at completely different times. And that's why this game is so special. Everything in the game is laid out right at the beginning of the Great Plateau. Beat Ganon. But it's not about beating him that's special, it's the journey you take that really makes it so fun, and a game that you will always truly remember. Never have I been so entranced with a video game, and the lore, and the world, and the characters, and the story. Learning what happened while exploring and fighting monsters is just so fun. Everything you do or anywhere you go, you know that you are on your path to have an adventure that will be super memorable and just as fun. Every time I picked up this game, it was the most fun I would have playing a video game. And I'm not even talking about the DLC, I'm just talking about the base game. This game is a masterpiece of a video game and is one that you can put up against any game that has come out today, and still Breath of the Wild at 5 years old makes them look like an embarrassment. Breath of the Wild is a masterpiece and my favorite game of all time, and I give it a 10 out of 10. I still haven't played the DLC either. I don't know why, but I got it for Christmas. You know what? Maybe it's time. Oh my gosh, there's a motorcycle now?